Alright, so obviously I know I was live at the end of that live stream. What I said was that I would be live for Starfall Radio. It's not something that I actively am participating in or am a part of, but I do want to live react to it in my thoughts. Not only as though you guys can see what I have to think about it, but so that you guys can, so that they can also see what they can improve on, stuff like that. Just need to find my beanie. I found it again for recording the video, but now I can't find it. We still have a little bit though until the episode comes out. 8 minutes, I would say. So yeah, we're good. We'll be fine. After I do all this, I will be recording my next video, which will be a video essay. Don't worry, I will be back on the grind for those. No. My beanie. Dude, I lose my beanie way. I need to have like a backup beanie just in case I lose stuff. Cause I could like totally do that. But I totally should have. Yeah. Well, yeah, what you gonna say here at the top until Starfall Radio starts. Then boom. I hope they do a live premiere because that'd be awesome. Can't find my beanie. Dude. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna be off to find my beanie, and then I'll see you guys soon. Ah, found it. Of course, it's right there. All right. Got it. Got that. Get into full Sonic Boy mode. Let's go. Okay. All right. We're good. So for the next, I would say 5 minutes, we're just gonna be sitting here, talk, do really whatever, because we're just sitting here waiting. How's your guys' afternoon been? For those of you who were there during the noon my time stream, then in that case, for some of you it might be night, some of you it might be 3:55 or something like that. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Also like the stream? Okay, I'm alright. Not it. Imagine like SF is gonna be it's like gonna pop up here pretty soon. Pretty safe. Y'all are very quiet today. Alright, I should get the notification for it when it does drop, but as of now, we got 4-ish minutes until something happens, so. Yeah. Like the stream, if you haven't already, see 4 people and 3 likes, so. Yeah. By the way, once I'm done listening to the Starfall Radio, I'm going to start work on my next video, which is just going to be filming, and I'm hoping to have that out by tomorrow. So, yeah. Y'all are so quiet. Oh, goodness. There's been like no chat. I still have that welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. I pay your community guidelines. Oh. Just waiting on it to release. Oh. What's good, SF? Dude, I literally said earlier, I knew you were gonna pop up. Let's go. How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming the entire first episode. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it for every single one, but I think I might try it. Eat his chicken. Hope you enjoy. Also, like, oh wait. Sorry.
Okay, is that better? Okay. I would assume it's better. Someone finally said something. Thank you. There were literally 4 people watching, and also that's weird. There were like 4 people watching. No one said anything. Like I couldn't hear. I was literally talking the entire time. So that's nice. But yeah, I'll try to watch every episode. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get around to all of them, but however many you guys do, I'd be happy to watch, and probably stream them all too. So. Sending hate from America. What's good, Bryson? Thank you. Bryson, what's good? How you doing, man? Bryson, do you, Noah, and Donovan just have nothing to do tonight? Like, you did this with my other stream earlier, but you didn't show up that time. So, all right, episode's dropping in less than a minute, chat. It's gonna be here. Just gotta wait. Oh, 5 p.m. It might take a little bit to show up, but oh, here we go. Ah.
Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of the one and only Starfall Radio.
Let's
That's
go.
Right. Me and a couple of my friends decided to start this fantastic podcast, and well, here we are. I'm Mr. Nino Mouse, and well, go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Super Good.
That was some crazy blazing for the intro, bro. I'm like,
I don't know, bro. Like, Mr. Ownership, bro. Bro,
Can we do this shit again, bro?
My channel here where we're gonna talk about the things I decided to talk about, guys.
Mr. Beast video, bro.
Gotta love the back and forth. Only 40 seconds into it. That's awesome.
Yeah, start with the video today. And whoever wins.
Wow, we're on such a great start.
All right,
This is
guys.
awesome.
Starfall Radio podcast. We decided we don't yap enough about Sonic on our own channel, so we decided to make our very own podcast.
Yes.
So you can listen to our...
Already a minute into it. I'm streaming everything. I love the dynamic so far. Just all of you guys. It's awesome, genuinely. If you're still here, SF, by the way. That was really fun.
insane rambling.
We still have 45 minutes left to go, though.
On Spotify.
On
Spotify.
Apple Music.
Make sure to get that subscription, guys. That $15 subscription, guys.
It's
Make sure you
actually
can have a
free
compilation of
for
7
now.
hours of Starfall Radio to fall asleep to.
for now.
Compilation Starfall
As
Radio to
now.
fall asleep to.
So, chat, what are we talking about today? We're talking about
Alright.
Sonic in 2024. We're talking about Sonic Movie 3. We're talking about Sonic and Shadow Generations. All that good stuff.
This kind of speaks for itself. I'm not even about to lie. You guys are. I'm not gonna be able to transform this enough to like make this a full-on like live stream, because you guys are kind of doing most of the heavy lifting. But it's really funny so far. I like it.
Yeah, bro.
Alright.
Yes, I know, bro. So
So I guess like
Once they get into like the actual opinions and stuff, I think I'll actually be able to like talk like something transformative.
Where like it was like where are we gonna
Where we
like
start?
start?
Okay,
We're
so
gonna,
you
like,
know,
gameplay,
honestly,
like
No, we're gonna start from like the most dumb place possible, bro.
Oh, fair enough.
Alright, we're gonna start with the
Jump.
Generations remaster, bro. That's what we're gonna
Okay.
start with.
Generations.
Yeah.
SF Productions, GWA, Mr. Neo Mouse, Supercon, and Shalov 10 have all gotten a podcast, and it's called Starfall Radio. Please go check it out. They're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, anywhere where you listen to your podcast. I'm listening to it on YouTube, so you can just go find them. Starfall Radio. Just type that up. They'll be there. Starfall, one word, by the way. I don't know, but it's because it's Sonic Boy. I'm like, guys, stop glazing. Stop glazing. Don't worry.
perfect enough. A lovely up-res port that this is.
Exactly. I've already made my
Oh,
my
chat. What's good,
piece on that
Supercrafter
whole
Moshi?
thing. But basically,
I was like, I gotta be honest.
They're also on Amazon. I think just anywhere where you listen to podcasts, I think these guys are going to be on. So just go check them out. Awesome. We're 2 minutes into it. I already love it.
Well, like, despite the fact that it's like not a remaster at all, like it's just an up-res. I won't lie, I am kind of interested to see about the Chow missions and stuff. Collecting that.
I forget about that.
Yeah, it's like we haven't seen anything about it, and it's like it literally has to be for some purpose. I think it's got to give you something.
It's probably be
Like collectibles, I'd assume.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Collectible.
I
That's
think
what I'm
mostly
thinking, because it's like the red star rings would give you certain skills, like the homing attack
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
I totally see that. Like having the Chow as like some sort of collectible to get like something within the game, that sounds like a great idea. And if they don't do that, I feel like that'd be a really missed opportunity. Just because, well, I don't know. Just adding anything onto the original Sonic Generations is not really doing much with it, like just outside of it just being there. It just seems like a really missed opportunity. And I agree with G-Dub on this one.
Sonic, that type of stuff. So it's like, hopefully there's actually a cool reward. That would be actually really nice.
I will
But
say,
I'd love to
say,
Guys, we can play as Shadow and Generations. Trust, I'm not
No,
coping.
that's
I'm
not
not
cool.
coping.
yeah, he's
Can
cool.
we get
Bro,
cosmetics if we
it's
get
so
it?
logical,
That'd be
bro. It's so
Cosmetics
logical.
would be cool, like a Chow.
That would be
That's
awesome. That would be
I
awesome.
wanna-
Shoes or riders. Dude, imagine if all the Chow, once you unlock all of them, you actually get to play as Shadow and Sonic Generations with the remastered. That'd be awesome. If they could do like a similar like turnaround with the Shadow Generations portion with like Sonic being in there, that'd be awesome. Like if you could collect a certain amount of things and you could play as Sonic, whether it be just like a skin you can unlock or just full on Sonic, you know. I feel like that'd be awesome. I feel like my beanie is on weird. Whoa. Okay.
Shoes,
riders, glasses, stuff like that.
I wanna bring up
Isn't there like this one mod? I'm not big into modding for Generations, but I believe there's like one mod that where you can just on the fly.
Yeah.
Customizable
Sonic mod. That's the only mod I play with Generations. Like that is like the definitive Sonic Generations keep on mod. Did you manage to snipe the Shadow poster from the Transformers one? No, my parents wouldn't let me go see it day one, bro. In the morning, I literally had nothing going on that day. I could have skipped my school assembly, go watch it, but nope. I wasn't able to get it. Maybe I'll get it for Christmas on like eBay or something like that, but as of now, no. And the Jason Griffin voice mod, that's the only two that stay on.
Oh my god. The Jason Griffin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Jason Griffith.
Bro's like,
I'm
not
sorry,
to
bro.
glaze.
We have to do
Okay,
a whole
listen.
podcast. This is gonna look to the future. We have to do a whole podcast on like
On the voices of Sonic.
Yeah, voice
not just
actors.
that, like the JP period.
Okay, SF, G-Dub, Needle Mouse, Supercon, Shalov. If anyone's listening, that'd be awesome for like the next episode or whatever you want to do. Just Sonic voice actors, that'd be awesome. or just the voice of Sonic with a bunch of different voice actors in general. I think even that you guys could do something really cool with.
It's like all those like Dark Age fans, because you know me, I am not the biggest Dark Age fan.
Mhm.
I'm not the biggest Dark Age fan. You know me, I'm like kind of pissy about all that shit. But look, that's besides the point. Let's go. Shadow Generations. I know there's some contention about them not really doing a lot about it. I kind of think that the issue is if they said it was a port that was adding Shadow Gens, I think it would have been fine. But they are marketing it as a remaster, which I think is where they're kind of fucking us.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Them marketing it as a remaster is false advertising. I think SF Productions and I have both made videos about this actually, but it's where why would they call it a remaster if it's literally you can't call it a remaster if you're only adding a few things to it, right? You have to transform it somehow, you have to make the graphics better, you have to do just everything that a general remaster does. They're just adding new content. It's like not anything, but they're just adding Shadow Generations onto already base gens. They're just adding new stuff to base gens as well, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I totally agree with that. That's false advertising, and I think that's very cool.
Sega. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I will say the quote remastered portions. I think I'm most excited to see how this drop dash will function for classic Sonic. For
I
modern
forget
Sonic,
about that
I'm
too
not gonna
all the
touch
time.
that.
That's been on my mind.
For the sake of time, not for like anything in specific, but so that this video isn't like 2 hours long, I'm gonna play this at 2 times speed. If you guys don't know what they're saying, please tell me because I can totally back it up and go slower. Because believe it or not, I do actually have something to go to, and 46 minutes when I'm trying to transform the content as well. That could be up to like 90 minutes. So, yeah.
Honestly, it's just because none of the marketing is pandering towards generation.
Exactly.
Never mind. We're watching this in one. We're just watching this in times 1 speed. Oh, come on. There we go.
It's June. But so that's the thing. Literally, we saw like 2 clips on Twitter of the stuff being added to generations based
Have we
and then
even-
that's
okay.
it.
Do we even have official
Yeah,
footage
that's
like
true.
of the drop dash yet? I
Yes.
don't think we do.
No, we don't.
Not
Oh,
official.
we don't have official.
We do not have
They don't
official.
Not official footage. We have Games Cage. We have a couple of other people playing the game, but we don't have official footage.
It's only
footage that's been leaked. It's only
Yeah,
It's
we
kind
have
of like
footage of the demo. Footage of the
it's
demo.
kind of like how in Frontiers,
It's not
like
leaked,
the drop
yeah,
dash
it's
is in
demo.
the game, right? But they never said, "Oh, the drop dash is in the game," right?
Yeah, it's just kind of there.
It was just kind of
Yeah.
people just kind of found out about
Yeah.
it. It's like, oh, well, there's the drop dash.
thing is, the drop dash is going to be useful for the parts with classic Sonic
Right.
where you'd want to jump. But the thing is, from what we've seen, like it looks so much less powerful than the actual spin dash. Which the whole fun part
Yeah.
about Gens is classic Sonic. G-Dub made a whole video, but like, there's like a really it's not game breaking, but the spin dash is so much fun to use. And while classic Sonic and Gens is still, I don't like them as much as the classic games because I still love those games a lot. But I will say the overpowered spin dash is really fun to play around with, and I don't know because why would they make the drop dash so much less powerful? Like, it's not. How do you even say this? It's just it feels so much weaker than it should.
I think-
it should
I
be
think
a
it's-
lot
I
more
get that
It's
too.
the-
I feel
the
like
reason it
the way they need
exists-
to do it is that it needs to be less powerful than the spin dash because actually taking the time to rev up a spin dash should be like more powerful since
Mhm.
you sacrifice
That
time
totally
to
makes
charge
sense.
it up.
I think
But that
It
I
feels
also
so
agree
much
that it is
weaker.
too weak, so they shouldn't
I think
be
the whole
as
point of it,
strong.
though-
But like
One thing so far that I will say for all of you guys, hold up. One thing that I will say for all of these guys here is that they interrupt each other so much. Not that that's a bad thing, however, because I get this like whole setting would call for something a little messy, and stuff like that would happen, right? But I feel like let someone talk at a time, let their things get out, and then you guys can give a response. Just stuff like that. I feel like that'd be perfectly fine. But just interrupting it not me specifically, but it can get a little bit annoying after a little bit, just to hear so many people talking at once, and the person who's you're trying to hear is just you can barely hear him out because everyone else is talking.
half. somewhere.
I
around
think
there.
the whole point of it though is that it's just to keep the flow. It's like the original the version of the drop dash. The whole reason it was made is so that it's not a speed increase. It just keeps your flow. That's the whole
it's
point
that
of
you can hit the
drop
ground and
dash.
just keep going.
Yeah,
that's
That's
what makes that's what makes Mania's Green Hill so fun. Like doing drop dashes in the first act of that entire game is so
Okay, but that's kind of like how I feel like that would. Okay, so the drop dash would work for classic Sonic, obviously, but why does modern Sonic?
Bro, they just gave it.
I think
to
it's
us.
just the continuity for. It's most likely for
Honestly,
That's the thing though with the generations gameplay style. It doesn't work for him though because it's not the. I'm gonna give you exactly why I don't like the drop dash being in Sonic Generations specifically for modern Sonic. I have no problem with classic Sonic. All right, so when you are jumping with modern Sonic, your second button press is the air dash, right, where he just goes forward in the ball. But then oh my goodness, I cannot formulate my thoughts right now. But then the third drop press is the drop dash now in Sonic Generations. If Sonic Generations had a double jump, I would have no issue with this. I feel like that'd be a perfectly fine thing because then you'd have a little bit of extra air. It wouldn't feel as awkward, you know? But not having that extra air time and here's the thing with the air dash, it sends you like almost immediately spiraling down. So by the time you're able to hit that third button, it doesn't feel like you've gotten like very high. It's all about the animation, you know. And I feel like I just not gonna like it whatsoever.
probably just a consistency thing. That's just the drop dash is gonna be in everything.
I don't. Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
just
say.
one of Sonic's
the drop
moves now, I guess.
Because everyone glazed the drop.
By the way, if you guys want to feel free to like jump in the comments and just like click up something like your opinion or something like that, feel free. Like, I need some more stuff to like transform this like by myself so that it's not just stealing their content. So if you guys want to add your opinions or anything like that in here, just type it in the chat. Also, like the stream if you have not yet already.
In Mania, and it was amazing in Mania.
Right.
Yes, it was.
It works. It works.
And they were like, I think they took the wrong lesson because what they did is they basically said, okay, so we're adding the drop dash to everything now.
Well, correct me if
that's coming out in the future will have the drop dash, and sometimes it's goated. Like I like it in Superstars. You know, it's a.
I will say though, I think the drop dash should only be Classic Sonic exclusive if they're gonna keep any sort of the Generations playstyle. Like Frontiers, it was awesome, except for the fact that it slowed way down and it didn't keep your momentum. But yeah, I mean it did keep momentum, but when you eventually got to a stopping point, it just slowed right down. That's why I don't like the drop dash in Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Generation seems to have the opposite problem. I don't think we have enough control of the drop dash. And that's to be expected, however, because you're dealing with a 3D plane. Do you ever notice how Shadow the Hedgehog's back head spine points down, but the Kid Robot plush is pointing up? Oh, is it? Never noticed that. Anyway. The reason why it didn't work in Frontiers is because we had no control. And I feel like it's just going to be the same thing here, because if you look at Fidel's gameplay footage where he shows off the drop dash, he goes spinning into a wall. Like there's barely any control, and if there is, it's going to be automated, because I have two scenarios in my head. One, he hit a wall, or two, he went around the corner just fine, but I cannot remember which one it is. If someone wants to correct me right now, you can, but like, I'm not going to like the drop dash being in Sonic Generations. I don't think I'm ever going to use the drop dash for modern Sonic and Sonic Generations.
Classic game, it works well in a classic game. But then, like, the original drop dash in Frontiers before Update 2 was abysmal.
That's what I was saying.
It was awful.
That's what I was
Correct me if I'm
saying.
wrong, I don't think they even intended for the drop dash to be an original Frontiers.
Oh, yeah, there's no way.
Frontiers. I don't think they ever
There's no way.
I think it wasn't like a last minute addition. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was like, I think they just kind of like, I'm sure someone just like was at Sonic team was like, you know, it'd be kind of cool if we added a drop dash. It's like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
It's like,
Totally,
like
totally.
15
Like I was
minutes.
just saying,
Like,
don't
yep,
think it was
there's
ever
drop
intended.
dash.
Gotta say, you don't even use it at all.
Yeah,
you know.
You only
The only
use it
reason-
in
I won't lie. I won't lie.
Exactly. That's the only time you ever use it.
I better say that's the thing. Yeah,
Chaos.
that's true. I was like, I won't lie. I do. There have been times that I use it sometimes. It's just, it is nice after going on a, what do you call it? One of the like trick ramps. Landing's pretty nice.
Yeah.
If there's a platforming segment.
Well, of
actually,
course,
it's kind of
yeah.
helpful. But that's kind
Which
of it.
guys
It's just,
forget
so
about
it is
that
hyper unuseful.
Yeah.
I will say so far there are people like trying to get their points across here, specifically Needle Mouse just then. And I feel like if someone obviously let the person finish the thought, that's what I was saying earlier, but then if you need to provide a response, don't always constantly interrupt. But if you feel like it's something that really needs to be brought up, then push for that. But everyone just kept Gija. I'm actually an idiot, so don't listen to what I just said.
Which is a great segue because Chaos Island is coming back
Yeah,
in
what the
Sonic
fuck
the
is up
Shadow
with that, bro?
Generations.
Okay, no, I want to
Yeah,
talk about this.
I
I want to
was
talk
gonna
about this, right? I think people forget. I have a lot of my things
Guys, this stream is not going to be able to be monetized if they're swearing left and right.
that really like. Why is Chaos out here? Why is this here? It's time travel, right?
Time travel,
I
yeah.
was gonna say.
So, just because Sonic Generations takes place before all of those games doesn't mean that the shadow that we're playing as is not from the future, right? Because the
Okay, but here's the problem I have with that argument is you have to acknowledge the fact that Shadow would have had to have been there sometime. Because how would they pull from Sonic's future if it's Shadow, right? So I feel like they'd have to pull from Shadow's future. So then you still have to ask the question, why is Shadow there? You know? Like, as far as we are aware, he never went there. If he's going to go there, you better explain that, because there's no way you could probably do that without having to go back and retread stories. And that's the issue that's what I take issue with.
white space is a place outside of time. That means anyone from any point in time could go there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Really, chronologically, nothing really has to make sense. Maybe Shadow, like again, I mean, Gina, we're talking about this. It would have been funny if Simon was playing pinball with Chaos and Shadow was just doing something, right?
Yeah, we saw in a screenshot the volcano is like erupting.
Yeah, the
and that
volcano's
actually
erupting.
happens when you beat the pinball. It only happens when you beat the pinball.
That's an interesting.
I know they aren't doing this. I know they aren't doing this, bruh.
Yeah,
But dude, you know what pops into my head instantly, bruh? You're just playing the level and you low-key just see Sonic fighting Knight in the background, bro.
That'd be awesome.
Beat the crap out of Knight. You're just,
that would go hard.
just like, what is he doing?
That would go
That
hard.
would be so good. I know they're not doing that, bro, but it would be so
Honestly,
awesome, bro.
Knowing the scale
If
that
they
is
do
this
that,
game,
it's a
it
10
wouldn't
out of 10
surprise me if they
video
did
game.
sneak that
But
in.
see,
Knowing
that's the
the
thing, it's
scale
like,
that is this game.
No
This game is-
expectation, but it wouldn't be outside of the
Alright.
realm of possibility.
No.
kind of thing. No
Since-
expectation.
And if
They
Mr. Twin
should
doesn't do it,
have,
we'll just get a
they
mod.
could.
I don't think that's
That'd be
possible
okay.
because the whole thing about Shadow Generations is like the Black Arms are invading all of the old areas. You know
Oh
what
my
I'm saying?
god.
Hold up. Okay, I'm gonna have to disagree with them on that. We have never gotten anything like the Black Arms invading. I'm sorry, what? I think Black Doom is just placing his minions throughout time because he knows Shadow's gonna be running through each of those places. I don't think it's gonna be a full-scale invasion, like he's saying here.
That just wouldn't
Yeah.
work.
Shadow the Peacock mentioned.
That's
You know what I'm
fair.
saying? That just wouldn't work. But that would be cool. My
That's what
theory.
I'm saying.
okay.
That'd be so cool.
I think
Since
my
we're here,
Oh my
theory.
God.
talk about, wait.
Oh.
Since we're talking about Titans, I want to kind of segue to: do you think we're getting a Titan fight at the end of Shadow Gens? Because I
Yes.
think people.
I hesitate to say there will be. Here's my 2 cents on this. I think there could be a Titan boss fight in Shadow Generations. I don't think there's going to be. We've seen a boss fight for Sonic Heroes. We've seen a boss fight for SA2. So are we going to get a boss fight for Sonic 06? Are we going to get one for Sonic Forces? Are we going to get one for Frontiers? Like with the Titan fights. So what are we going to do there? And if so, if they want to do Super Shadow at the end of the game, they can't just do that with a Titan. I think they have to go base Shadow with the Titan, which would mean power scaling, because like Shadow is not as powerful as Super Sonic. That's just a fact. Super Shadow is, but you know.
Yeah, I
Because,
think
like,
so.
for
I
sure.
think
People, okay, but what if we don't? Do you think like you'd be pissed off if we didn't?
No,
it
just
wouldn't
get better
be
boss
bad,
than
it
the
would
OG
just be
games.
kind of lackluster. It would
I
just
get
be
that.
kind of like,
Wait,
I think we're
hold
gonna get
on.
a Super Shadow
Actually,
fight.
Yeah.
But like,
I was gonna say,
how would that make sense though? Because Shadow doesn't have the Chaos Emerald. Sonic is getting them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, they could figure something out.
I think the thing is with the Titan fight.
What if it gets
Well, I mean, technically, they don't have to pull the Chaos Emeralds from that exact moment. They could literally pull them from anywhere in time if we're gonna do the time travel stuff. So yeah.
The thing to me about the Titan fight idea is, they don't necessarily have to make it like a Titan. We're getting a super Shadow final boss, but I feel like what they're doing with that, like, have you guys seen the Bible as a boss? Because the Titan fights and Frontiers were sort of apart from like the second phase of Night, were almost always about just sort of pulling off flashy moves and just it's about it. With Shadow Generations, it feels like they're pushing the bosses much more forward. I mean, take a look at the Biowizard boss. No, I don't think I've ever remember a boost game ever having a boss anywhere like that. Like,
Oh yeah, with the arena
nothing comes to mind.
and stuff like
And
that.
it feels climactic. There's a lot of cinematics to it, but the boss itself looks fun. Same thing with Neo Metal Sonic. The boss looks fun to play just as much as the cinematics. So if they can balance that for Super Shadow, balance the cinematics, and make sure that you're not just spamming a button, doing a couple of combos, and then not having any cool effect, and the boss doing something that you can't just hold parry for.
Right.
Oh my god, that would be just amazing.
Dude, imagine there's a
It's
parry in
interesting
Shadow
what you bring
Generations.
up, because since Shadow Generations doesn't really have like a proper combat system, you have like some of the Doom powers, right, that serve that purpose. But it's kind of interesting that it's like, I feel like the way the game is set up already just lends itself to having more mechanically in-depth bosses, and we've definitely
I was
been
about to say
seeing
the same
that.
thing.
So I think if they do a Super Shadow fight at the end of the game, and it's more akin to a Titan fight, honestly, it'll probably be a lot better than the ones in Frontiers.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe not.
And
Maybe not scale and shock factor wise, because Frontiers low key
I don't
caught
know.
everyone kind of off guard in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It won't
It was
be
like,
the same.
what?
It definitely won't be the
It
same.
will not hit the same.
No one's
So
gonna
I'm not
get that
expecting
same
the same.
Giganto feeling.
But
when they
I'm not
first heard
expecting
Kellen's
that, but I'm
vocals.
expecting a better boss. It'll probably be better. It's just
I'm
going to be
expecting-
mechanically more interesting.
Yeah.
No, what I'm expecting is that I don't think it's gonna be a Super Shadow fight, but I think it kind of
Really?
what Unibot said. I think it's gonna either be a new form
Okay.
or it's going to be a base form fight, but the
Guys.
spectacle is gonna be on par with the Titan fights.
No. No. Dude, we're 32 minutes into this live stream. I've only gone through 13 minutes of the actual video. No, they're gonna do something with Super Shadow or a new form. I could easily see a new form, especially with the Doom powers and stuff like that. Shadow using Black Doom's own power against him. But yeah.
It has to be
I
Super
just had
Shadow.
such a
It has
crazy-
to.
I had such a
Honestly, bro, it
crazy-
kind of has to be, bro.
Hold on.
It has to at
I
this
had
point. Like,
such a crazy idea, guys. What if, right? Because Shadow actually grows like parts out of
Yeah.
him. Like he grows the wings. He transforms into this thing with Chaos or Doom.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, Doom Shadow.
Oh, G-Dub's not liking that one.
I don't know.
We're not doing that. We're not.
Dude, that would be awesome. What? Dude, imagine if they do that. Like, instead of just a Super Shadow final boss, they could save Super Shadow for the Titan fight, and then they could just do a full-on new form. That, like, with the Doom material, like, I don't know. It'd just be awesome. I would love to see something like that.
I don't know.
No, they're not
Do you
gonna do that.
don't
They're not gonna
think
do
they're doing
that,
it, or
but
do you
I'll
not
be
want
honest.
them to do that?
I'll be
I don't-
honest. I don't want them to. Honestly.
Yeah,
I
me
think
neither,
that's
to be
kinda- like,
completely
low-key,
real.
Nothing personal, but I think that's kind of dumb.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's personal.
How do you get Super Shadow? There is no chaos.
Okay, listen.
From as far
listen,
as we
listen,
see,
listen.
Think of
there's
the-
no chaos.
all right,
Bro, but how
like
does
you said,
chaos?
it's-
How
You can pull the Chaos Emeralds from anywhere in time. But we established that this is a time travel story. So, can't you just pull the emeralds from literally any point in time? That's literally what the Time Eater did from Sonic Generations. He just pulled in all the Chaos Emeralds at once from who knows where, right? They could be Chaos Emeralds from the classic era. They could be Chaos Emeralds from, I don't know, the Adventure era or the modern era or even Frontiers they could be from. And they just go right back to their normal spot. Like, how can we say that there's no Chaos Emerald there, right? Like, I don't know.
Time travel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How is Chaos Island?
It's time travel.
It's time travel. They can get the bro. They're gonna pull in Avengers, bro.
That doesn't
Time
make
travel.
sense, though, but
Yes!
that's
Thank you.
It doesn't make sense.
Thank you for backing me up on that.
No, think about it.
Time and then put them back.
Think
But
about
think
it.
about
Every
this,
stage you
in the
travel
white
to, you're gonna
space-
get an
I know they were kind of joshing about that, but that's literally exactly what I said. I feel like that's exactly what they could do with the Chaos Emeralds. Just take them, put them back. Like, honestly. Dude, the notifications flying on my screen is getting crazy. Okay.
But
And then
in
you,
the white space, they're already at Sonic's already collected them in the white space. Okay, so
no,
that would
they
not
get,
make sense.
no, you're
They could be... It's such a roundabout way of thinking. You could... If once you establish that you have a time travel story, you can do anything, right? Because you can go back to any point. You could take the emeralds from literally any period in time, right? So, dude, if I was here, I'd be getting frustrated. Because, like, man.
missing the point. No, look. There are different points in time. And
Yeah.
Sonic didn't
No,
get
the
the
white
emerald.
space is outside of time.
No. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So the white space is at a time. Yes, that's what we've established in the base generations and now shadow generations. But the Chaos Emeralds. The Chaos Emeralds in the original Sonic generations, they were also pulled into the white space along with Sonic and his friends in all the locations. So who's to say we can't just go into one of the locations and find the Chaos Emeralds there, right? Like, am I stupid for thinking that? Like, I don't know. That seems reasonable to me, just to be perfectly clear.
Oh, the emeralds Sonic got were from the boss gates and the bosses and the what was
Rivals.
that one that was just kind of floating in white space. Yeah. Here's the
For
thing,
Metal
right?
Sonic and all that stuff.
All of the bosses, I can almost like, I can guess that the bosses in Shadow Generations will also get you Chaos.
Yeah.
Emeralds. Each one
I can guarantee.
will get you a Chaos Emerald. And
I have an interest.
7 levels, each of them giving you a Chaos Emerald. I feel like that'd be perfect. Because then you could also include levels from, like, Sonic Lost World, which we have yet to see. And I feel like we're going to get a Lost World level. But otherwise, we could also get, like, Black Knight, Secret Rings. More likely Black Knight because Shadow was actually in that game. But, you know, well, not Shadow himself. I think it was Lancelot. Or maybe it was Percival. I can't remember which Knight of the Round Table he was, but yeah.
Questions.
here's the thing, I know you
Oh, go
you
ahead,
think
go ahead.
that
Gotta pull out the
You
lore
know,
book
since
in the
it's
middle of
white
a
space,
Sonic
they can't have,
podcast.
okay, again, how is Chaos Island in the game then?
Exactly.
Because time travel.
Then that's how the emeralds could be in the game too. Time travel. You can literally pull them from any point. Who says the Time Meter pulled the Chaos Emeralds from the exact same point both times, right? Okay.
Exactly, because time travel.
They go to the Chaos
But you're-
Emeralds.
but the context is different though, because it's the white
The
space.
context isn't different.
This
The
is
white space
this is where I
is
bring up
the
my
white
question. This is
space.
where I bring up my
Everything
question.
happens. There's no time in white space, right? But the thing is that there's only one pair of Chaos Emeralds. There's not multiple.
No one ever said that there were multiple Chaos Emeralds. How were... No one ever said that. No one. No one ever said that. Hold on, I'm trying to look for what Shadow was in Black Knight. But... there... Obviously, there's only one set of Chaos Emeralds, but no one said that. Right? Again, time travel, you can pull... Okay. Let's think about this book, right? If I place it right here... Right, just right here, right? And I take that and move it right here, right? There is a point in time where it was right here and it was right here. They could explain that by Time Meter took it here, then they put it back. And Time Meter put it here, and then put it back. Okay, good. At least someone is watching.
Right? Because they're all strict.
And
I'm here, right? But like all of the Chaos Emeralds from all of time, it's like
Me
just
too.
there's still one pair of Chaos Emeralds, right? So there can't be multiple unless they do that. They pull that shit out of their ass. They're like, oh, there's actually some different pair of Chaos Emeralds. Then like,
Oh, yeah, they're
it's
never
not-
gonna do that.
No, here's the thing. No, think about it, right? You have Sonic, right? Okay, he's in the white space. Who else do you have?
Yeah.
Another Sonic from a different time.
Classic Sonic.
The same person
Yes.
from different times. Why
Thank
can't
you.
it
But there's
be
not
Chaos
multiple.
Good job,
There's not
SF.
multiple
Good
Chaos
job.
Why
Emeralds.
not?
Good heat.
Instead of
It could be
Chaos
the
It's
Chaos
still the
Emeralds
same
from the past,
Sonic.
dude.
It's still the same
Those
Sonic.
Chaos Emeralds could be from. Honestly, those
Exactly.
Chaos Emeralds that they use
Good
could
job.
be the ones
Good
from
job,
the
SF.
past, and the
Thank
ones
you.
that Shadow could use could be the ones from either future or present.
And Supercon too. Thank Supercon. Thank you. He's lying.
Do you guys? I don't know if you guys saw.
What are you guys talking about in the chat?
I know it's probably not, lore or anything.
There's no classic Shadow.
There's no
That's not what I was thinking of. You saw that Sega sponsored Terminal Montage's new video.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And at the end of that video, the Shadow was taken
I'm
into
doing good.
white space after the events of Team Sonic Racing.
Oh, what? I don't remember that.
Maybe this was confirming it being
Really?
Is Shadow
Wait, what?
the one we
Y'all
see
didn't-
is
I
the
didn't know this.
Shadow that is in Shadow Generations? Is that the Shadow that's current, like 2024?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
I
okay.
That makes sense.
It's a sponsored video, so I don't think it would be like blatantly incorrect. Yeah, it's a
No,
humorous video.
actually,
But I
can
think
see
that's
that.
to
No, I
a
totally
better
see that. That makes so much
that's the
sense.
thing. You literally see a Forces joke, and then the Time Eater grabs him.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I
that's
was
the
about
thing.
to
What I
say.
think's interesting is that the Time Eater starts everything, if we're going by this video, and then Doom gets involved.
Yes.
It's not Doom from the start.
The whole discussion wasn't. Yeah, it makes sense.
Which is
Even
interesting.
afterwards.
And needle mouses too. I can
Because
guess that
can
too.
get debunked actually quite well, not debunked, but I will say the Chaos Element idea, Shadow. From what I get, the Shadow gets grabbed immediately. Well, not immediately, but this happens after the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is like.
That's true. It
you
also
said
happened
Team
after
Sonic
that.
was-
You
too.
said Team Sonic Racing. Now you're saying the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Which
Yeah,
one is it?
because I thought.
It's
I thought
both.
they ended up
Because
with Team
yeah,
Sonic
it's
Racing.
both. It shows.
Yeah, because Shadow, it showed the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I remember Shadow being in his barista outfit. Dude, click the play button.
They ended
Hold on.
up-
There we go.
Did
they
y'all
ended
not?
up with-
Yeah, it shows an infinite joke,
Mhm.
and then Shadow being a
Here, I'll
locksmith,
send
and then
it
it
in
shows
chat
him
real quick.
standing.
Oh,
on
he was a
the
locksmith,
hill
not a
in front of-
barista.
I guess it was Westopolis, and then
I
the
never-
Show-
Time Eater.
shows how much I know.
thought that was like, I don't know, him just standing on a random city or something like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't
How's that after
recognize
Team-
it being Team Sonic Racing.
How's that Team Sonic Racing? I
Yeah.
never even bothered with the
Okay,
story
well,
when it came
here-
out. I played
no,
like 2 seconds of
That
it.
would make sense
That's not Team
though,
Sonic.
because
That's
that
X-Form, but
explains.
yeah, whatever.
Because this is good for the original generations too. Because in the original generations, are we just expected to think that like Shadow went on this crazy fucking adventure off screen, while he's just in Generations, he's just standing there in white space, just
Yeah.
like, chilling out. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna
Like,
say.
is that
Shadows
right?
from 2 points in time. That's right.
That's what
I remember
was
that from the
really
video.
iffy about at first. Like, how are they going to connect it together? But if they say like, this is a different
This
Shadow,
is a Shadow.
not a different Shadow, but a Shadow from another time, from the future.
God.
Although they did say that. Well, no. Yeah, they said that they take place at the same time, but okay, no, I get what you're saying. The Shadow in Sonic Generations is taken from that present when Sonic Generations was happening. But what you're saying is here now the Shadow Generations, that's happening now. Like that's the current present after Frontiers when Shadow was taken. Yeah, okay, I get that.
Guys.
Ooh,
Could
wait,
that-
wait.
no,
What if
that-
what if
that-
what if like
What if
Generations?
they thought?
What if
What if they thought?
Generation?
I never noticed that Supercon has a Spider-Man webs. Yeah, I get you. I never noticed that Supercon had like Spider-Man webs on his logo. That's cool.
Happens. I'm trying to think because my first thought was, what if like Generations happens, they all get out, and then the Time Eater just comes back.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yoink.
something I'm curious.
That's a better
about.
explanation.
That's
That's a
so-
better
I know,
explanation than
guys,
Because
them
I know
saying
that
they take
they're
place at the
supposed
same
to
time.
take place at the same time.
Yeah,
but,
they came at the same time.
Wait. Hold on. I need this explained to me though. If Needle Mouse, that's good. I didn't think you'd actually show up. Here's the thing I need explained to me though. If the Time Eater goes back and just erases everything from Sonic's timeline, then we get white space from that. How is the Time Eater also simultaneously able to go back into the world and then grab Shadow and then send him back into white space where assumedly the timeline got erased again, right? So I need that explained to me. How can the Time Eaters reappear like that again after just erasing everything, right? I need that explained to me. Also, Needle Mouse is another popular YouTuber in my space. That's what I need explained to me. I don't know. Like, if anyone can come up with a reasonable solution for that, I can totally see it. Well, so does that simultaneously mean that the Time Eater's just an omnipotent being where he can be wherever he wants at once? Then, because I could totally see that. Like, if that's the route that they want to go down. But is that what they're doing?
And that they
I
dug
understand.
themselves in a hole with that.
Here's the
They really
issue
dug
with that
themselves in a
statement.
hole.
Here's the issue with that statement. What does that even mean?
I know, like I said, they
same
dug themselves in a
Yeah.
hole.
What does that
They dug
even
themselves in a
mean?
hole.
Okay,
They dug
my
themselves
theory.
in a
My
hole.
theory is
They don't
that,
know what it
okay,
means.
my theory is that
Bryson, you need to
Sonic
shut up.
Like thing happened right at the beginning of Sonic Generations. That didn't just happen at that time, but that happened across all of time.
Okay.
From the future in the
Yeah.
past.
Solaris.
So Shallow
Yeah.
was right.
Because remember, why do you see that in the past? Like you see the Time Eater takes classic Sonic and modern Sonic. So why is it not the same that he can also take
True.
Shadow in the
Okay.
I need to just stop talking and listening to the video because you guys keep saying the points that I'm already saying.
Sure.
I was gonna,
It
I
happens
was gonna
throughout
say
all time.
actually, something that hit me was the fact that like what would be so cool actually is Shadow. Well, first of all, I want to quickly say it would be so cool if Shadow this modern day Shadow fought past Shadow.
Oh,
in
yep.
Generations. I think that'd be sick as hell.
I never even thought about that. That's right. If we're taking Shadow from two different points in time, that'd be it. Whoa. Good job, Needle Mouse, on that point. Man, I never even thought about that. Like a Shadow v Shadow fight. Like, imagine that.
But more importantly, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the Time Eater, both in the trailer that we like saw him for like a little bit, and in this little animation terminal montage made, this is the Time Eater without the Eggman modifications.
Yeah, so
This is
That kind of
at the beginning of both games.
This is
Yeah,
the
at the time,
real Time
that's
Eater.
true.
And even then, that's also the Time Eater that's shown up in the trailer.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's interesting.
You said terminal montage thing.
I said both. I said
Oh, you
shown
did,
in
you?
trailer and in terminal
Oh, I
montage.
didn't
Yeah.
catch that. But yeah.
I mean, to be fair.
Anyway.
I mean, to be fair about the terminal montage thing, I mean, I guess you could have animated it, but who knows?
That's the thing, man. Okay, but like it's in the trailer too. It is
Right.
absolutely like the
Yeah.
Time Eater from before
Undoubtedly.
Eggman's modified him.
Because they would have had a new updated model for the Time Eater when he was Eggmanified. So, or whatever he did to him. You know, something that I haven't noticed anyone point out about the Eggman modifications, though, is that they are eerily similar, as well as the architecture inside the place that they start at in that final cutscene where everyone's cheering Sonic on to wake him up with the Chaos Emeralds. It looks very similar, like all the architecture and the updates on Time Eater's design from Eggman. They look very similar to the white space, like that we see in Shadow Generations. They're talking about just Sonic X Shadow Generations theories and stuff like that. I've never seen anyone say this, but like those two aspects, they look really similar. How Time Eater looked at the end of Sonic Generations and that little area that they were in the final cutscene, and the new Shadow White Space. Those two look very similar. Did I just predict something? Is that... No, probably not, because if they take place at the same time. But, you know, I've never seen anyone point that out before. I'm cooking with that one. I'm cooking. Maybe I'll make a video about that. I don't know.
So could the events go like this?
Bryson, you're getting banned from my chat.
The Time Eater starts tinkering with it. The Time Eater goes out of control. I don't know, grabs Shadow. Then the events of Generations happen while the Eggmans are tinkering with this Time Eater, and then Shadow has his own thing happen at the same time with Sonic.
Okay.
In fact, it looks a lot like, not to keep going on to the point, but also the time gates, they look really similar, and like all of the mission gates, they all look really similar to what we see in Shadow Generations, and as well as the Time Eater upgrades. Everything just looks similar. That was like already in white space, like everything just looks similar. You get what I'm saying.
It's
What
just
happened? What I just
don't
think happened.
see it. I really don't,
It's
because
Yeah.
how are they
Honestly,
going to?
dude,
How are they
I
going to
want,
connect?
you know what I want to happen?
Like,
You know what
how?
you know
How
what
are they
I want
gonna
to
connect
happen?
it?
I want to open up the game and they just come up with the most banger explanation and it just makes sense, but they ain't doing that.
This
They
is
ain't doing
Ian
that.
Flynn.
But
This is I
Unless
need
they
that
don't-
to happen. I just need them to be like, all right,
here's
No
how it
hate-
is and here's
no
why it
hate
makes
to-
sense.
no
Like,
hate
oh,
to
thank
Ian
you.
Flynn.
This is
No
when they
hate to
people
Ian
time
Flynn.
travel.
Hold on, I
bro.
gotta explain
Yeah,
myself.
and
or
every
the
time
comments are gonna
travel
murder
plot
me.
always sucks, bro.
Everyone, the comments
Oh,
are gonna
you're
hate
probably
me when I
referring to
explain myself.
Sonic.
No hate to Ian Flynn in the slightest, but like, no wait. I said, well, it's Ian Flynn, of course. We're
For
gonna get
real.
a convoluted
Wait.
story. But the thing is, no hate to Ian Flynn at all. I think he writes Sonic.
Bryson, I don't
very
even think
well.
you know what you're talking
What
about. I
happened
think
in Frontiers
Donovan
was-
told you to say that.
Like, there was some parts where it was like, I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, what?
Yeah. He tried to fit
That makes
together.
no
He tried to fit
sense.
together like points that were never meant to fit together.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just
what
saying.
moments made you do? Wait, what moments made you do that? Because you kind of lost me there.
A lot of the side, for example, a lot of the side quests were like, huh? A lot of the memoirs were like, okay, so Riders is
Wait,
now
what?
canon.
It
so
Yeah.
how
felt
does
like
that happen?
over explanation and too many
I totally see that.
too many references
that Sonic's
and
made. It's like
and
the
over
nods he made.
explanation. Over
Yeah,
explanation.
those were-
Because like what's up
Yeah,
with
those were
going to Final
unnecessary.
Horizon? So like Final Horizon, right? What's up with that one thing where you go to Sage and it's like, oh yeah, these rails don't exist. You're just imagining them. He's
Yeah,
tweaking out on
that's so
fucking Galaxy
stupid,
Cast.
bro.
I
Well,
didn't even know that was there.
Is that?
Yeah, it literally says that all the platforming sections are in his imagination.
Yeah, like what kind of
So,
bullshit
What-
is
so
that?
this year-
Exactly.
yeah, so this-
Okay, I don't
so
think it
this
was
is sort of like
imagination. I think it was like the cyber corruption or
Yeah.
something. I don't
Yeah,
know what
like
the
a
term was.
connection or
But it was saying
something.
that they aren't real. He's so Sonic's friends, I guess, if they don't
Does he
have
like
that too or
float?
whatever, if they're not tweaking too, I guess to like Sage or Eggman, he's just
Your guys' terminology is killing me. This it's so funny.
running on nothing.
Yeah. Like that's an
grinding
interesting.
spark has
That's what I'm
sparks coming
saying.
off his shoes.
There are some things that don't
that's
need
Yeah, that's
explaining.
Yeah,
There are
that's the thing.
some
It's
things
like
that
you
don't.
Exactly.
didn't need
There's
to
some
explain
things
it.
where
You
they
didn't need
just
to make. You didn't need to make it a plot point as to why Pop In happened, right? You didn't need.
I can totally understand that. Like, and I really hope Ian doesn't do that with not Frontiers, Generations. I really hope that Ian doesn't do that with Shadow Generations because I really just want it to be a streamlined story, maybe a couple of extra things on the side, but otherwise I don't need any big explanation like why is Hydraulicy the second act of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, right? I don't need anything big like that. I just or small like that. I just need just explanations, what we've generally been wanting for years, but nothing else beyond that, right?
Try and explain that.
Yeah, like,
or explain why it doesn't match with the terrain. Like you did not need to explain that.
Like we know
He
why it
didn't.
doesn't match
Yeah.
with the terrain. It's because they didn't have enough time. Like we
No, what do you mean? It's the lore. It's the lore.
It's the lore.
Kishi Goto would never make such a fatal mistake.
This reminds me of that one meme where it's like Sonic Superstars director Takashi Iizuka confirms that all of the glitches aren't actually glitches, and in fact Eggman's diabolical traps using Sonic's speed. like
what?
Yeah, bro.
or hold on, there was this even better one where it's like Sonic Team, or it's like Takashi Iizuka in an interview confirms that in fact Sonic 06 is not glitchy and it's it's Solaris' time fuckery fucking up the game. Like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Hedgehog Space Program, bro. No, that's just how powerful Sonic is, bro. You can alter gravity, bro.
this is like 1% of Sonic gravity. Sonic's power.
This is only 1% of my power.
Oh my goodness, we're 53 minutes into the stream, and I'm only 25 minutes into the, minus 10 minutes, so 43 minutes into the stream, and I'm 25 minutes into the video. Jeez.
Alright,
He's Goku.
yeah, so that's the thing. It's like Ian Flynn,
I know.
I think he knows the characters quite well. He's good
Yeah.
at writing them, but I think
Oh yeah,
as
absolutely.
long as he just doesn't go too far with trying to appeal to
Yeah.
fans and over explaining things, I think it'll be really good. As long as he just like gets as long as he just keeps the personalities good. I don't really care. I don't really care about Sonic stories
Speaking of
anyways.
personalities,
It will be
Just don't
alright.
make him annoying.
I was gonna say, speaking of like characters, apart from Shadow, we know that Omega is also gonna be in the game for a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
He just sort of pops in.
Oh
And
yeah.
apart from Omega, who else could be here? Because Omega, you know, 'cause
Well,
I guess we decided.
Rouge might not be there, though.
Is this
Well, no, because they could do the same thing.
Future Rouge too?
They could do the same thing. Needle Mouse just said it, but they could do the same thing where they just bring Rouge in from the future. They don't have to bring her in from the generations present. You know.
Because if Future Shadow was grabbed,
Like, it would
Well,
probably
is it
be
really
current
Rouge
day.
also get
It'd
grabbed?
probably be current day, I would imagine, because there's Rouge in base generation.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that was like my main like.
Dude, my notifications
wait a
are
minute.
going
If there
off
is
right now.
Because Omega wasn't in base gen, so
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so if not,
Dude, imagine if they pulled like Jet or something and try to make it like a Sonic Free Riders reference. That'd be hilarious.
if not for Rouge, I guess Omega. It would be so cool if it was like the entire game was just an Omega Shadow tag team because those two.
That'd be
team up,
awesome.
Like,
Honestly, that would
Like,
be really
they're-
gas.
like,
I can't even lie.
like,
That would actually.
they're-
am I the
interactions
only
are
one
so
who thinks
funny,
Omega's just
bro.
kind of meh? Am I the only one? The slightest.
Hold on. The person I just banned for 5 minutes. Bro, you acting a fool. Bro, you acting a fool in my live chat. That's what you get, Bryson. That's what you get.
Like honestly, like I legit, like even as a kid, I never really cared for Omega. I never did.
Okay, I won't lie. I decided.
Like I thought he was just a pointless character. Like
Yeah.
I never.
I kind of.
He's my friend though, so.
Bro, what do you mean, bro? In the comics. So in the comics, you see.
That is not what I was gonna say. That is not what I was gonna say. But I will say really quickly. You know, even though the whole it's in the comics thing and everything, right?
Mhm.
Ian Flynn wrote that Omega, and I think a funny comedic.
I'm back. What's good,
but
Mr. Neil
he's
Mouse?
Not comedic, like the way he writes him in the comics is
No,
funny.
he's
I like
not.
it.
He's funny, not intentionally. That's what
Yeah, he's funny, not intentionally. Exactly.
I mean, I feel like for the character, yes, it's unintentional funny, right? But I feel like obviously they're trying to make jokes. Yeah. They're trying to make jokes, obviously, but unintentionally. Yeah, he has no humor drive. To insert the humor drive, you need to insert to access the humor drive, you have to insert the correct CDs nuts. They're not writing jokes like that. It's just Omega being unintentionally funny. I see that.
He like Knuckles in the Sonic movies.
Oh, so
and-
he basically Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. I got it.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, can we stop comparing all of the characters who are either Knuckles or just who are either like Drax or in just the littlest way to Drax? Like that comparison's getting so annoying, to be perfectly honest. I just hate it whenever someone calls Knuckles Drax or just then, stuff like that. I don't know if this is a Mandela effect, but I remember when I was a younger child and I was getting this Sonic PS4. I was searching it up. It's possible that your dad had PlayStation Plus, which then Sonic Adventure was on there for a little bit.
Actually, that's kind of a really good comparison. I won't even lie.
Yeah. He's funny, but he doesn't know he's funny.
Sonic Adventure
Also,
1 was on
he's-
PlayStation Plus.
He's just funny. I like him.
I remember
think
seeing that on
since
PlayStation
Ian Flynn
4.
is writing Omega for the first time in a game ever, it'd be really fun to see if he can carry that over to what's it called? Carried over. to the
Honestly,
games.
that is all with the assumption that he plays more of any sort of role other than "Wow, you saved me" and that's it. It would be cool
I mean-
to see more characterization, but whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I just
Okay, characterization for a robot that his main defining trait is that he likes violence and that he hates Dr. Eggman. What character? What? I know you could do literally whatever you want with these characters, but like, what character development for someone like that? I felt learning to get over Eggman, yeah, but like, what moment would you really do that in Shadow Generations? Like, what moment could really change Omega as a character of all people in Shadow Generations, right? Like, I just don't see it. Obviously, it can be done, but I just don't think it would be done there.
No chat.
my non-Sonic
I
fan
think we should
take
probably
is-
move on to Sonic movies.
There we go.
One more thing.
I was literally about to ask when you guys were going to move on to Sonic Movie 3. Like, I saw in the thumbnail, are they just going to wait till the last 5 minutes to talk about it? But,
One more thing.
here we go.
One more thing. I've been I've been fiending to say this. Okay.
All right,
Okay,
bro.
bro.
What do you think we're gonna see a Sonic Mania stage? I would.
Sonic Extraordinaries is better than movie 3. Like, we have yet to see. I think Shadow Generations is going to be won't be as big of an event as Sonic 3, but I do think everyone's going to like it a little bit more, right?
Kill to see
No,
Sonic
bro.
We are not seeing.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
no,
bro,
no,
but
no,
we
no.
are not seeing Sonic
We are not
Mania.
seeing
We are
Sonic
not.
Mania.
It's not
No,
happening.
no, no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Sonic
bro.
That
Colors,
is just not
maybe.
gonna happen.
Sonic Mania ain't happening.
What the fuck?
Y'all need to stop dropping these F-bombs, bro. This stream's going to get demonetized once I eventually get my monetization.
You're not getting.
We got like,
sorry.
we got like
Bro was
15 minutes.
distraught, bro. Bro was
Let's move on to Sonic
distraught.
3. Mainly,
Yeah,
Yes, I think so.
Since we're talking about
Well,
a bunch of
chat doesn't
stuff
matter.
regarding
Needle
it,
mouse.
is Amy
Sheesh.
going to be in the movie, chat?
No!
Hell no.
You're not getting Amy. You're not getting Rouge. Sorry, Sonic fans. It's not happening. Okay, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Thank you, Supercon. Man.
I will bear it for you. You're not
gonna
getting
get
Rouge.
your.
Yeah,
you're
it was
not
big.
Gonna get your over-sexualized bad in the movie.
When will I ever? Okay, honestly, the way I think of it, you know what I think? A lot of people have pointed out like the shots or whatever, how Amy Good's
Yeah, how like the shots are framed and everything. There's a little bit of something there, but I don't think they're gonna do it. If they would save her for a post-credit scene if they're gonna do it at all, because Shadow's too big of a character to have anyone else alongside him, unless if they were gonna be in a post-credit scene, right? I feel like if they introduce anyone next to Shadow, it would be too much clutter, right? Too bloated.
photographer would not look at that and not have a character there, and it's like I get that, but my stance on it right now is that yeah, it could happen, but like honestly, why the heck would they hide Amy Rose, bruh?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, the general public
Why would they
isn't gonna
hide
see
such
Amy
a
be like,
public
"Yeah!"
character?
Like, freak out over that. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like that's I feel like I don't think that's gonna be. I don't know.
They hid the
Knuckles?
fact that Knuckles was in the movie for a while.
For like
until
one
Idris
trailer,
Elba-
bro.
When were they hiding that? Okay, SF, I'm gonna grill you for this one. When did they ever hide the fact that Knuckles was gonna be in there? One of the few first set photos that we got was literally all three of them with their stands. So we knew for a fact. Okay, I'll trust you. I'll trust you on that.
But that's the thing. It's not
in
them
the
hiding
first-
it.
in the
It's that I
first-
don't
in the
think people.
first
I don't
reveal
feel like
trailer,
there'd be
they
that
literally
excitement
showed
there.
off
Like, what is she
Knuckles
gonna do?
by
Like,
body.
I'm just saying, like, they kept his involvement with the movies a secret. Like, it was known off rip. Okay, this movie's going to have Tails, right? It was known off rip.
Yeah.
We
I
didn't
know what
know
you're
if
saying,
Knuckles was
yeah.
going to be in it for the longest time until Idris Elba made the announcement. Like, it was a mystery.
Well, no, even then, that's not... Because weren't they filming summer of 2021? And then, like... Because that's when we saw the stands. And then we got the Idris Elba Knuckles announcement? Set photos... Okay, but if we're going to say that, though, that's official... It may not be officially revealed, but we know it exists, though. So are we really going to do this whole game of... Oh, we didn't know, like, officially? Because, like... I totally see where you're coming from, but, like, I don't know. I feel like it's just... And we're arguing over dates here, right? Like, a difference of 3 months, but it's fine. I don't care. Officially, yes. That was the Idris Elba post. We knew.
Yeah, but in the first trailer, we already.
Okay, I understand that.
saw
It is.
No, but we didn't get the Idris Elba announcement until months before the trailer, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It is different, and I agree. It
That's
is
what
a
he's
different
referring to.
Scenario,
I think
but I
people-
still
I think-
think there's something going on with trying to keep
Yeah.
that sort of like mystery to it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
I see that.
Yeah,
I
I think
I
we're
feel
definitely
like it
mystery
could
to the
happen,
plot,
but I don't
but
know. I
think they're
doubt
hiding
it. I
Amy.
doubt it.
I'm
That's
sorry.
the thing. It's like I don't. Yeah, there's not hype around that.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
saw
feel
the
like- I feel
leaked
like
photo.
Knuckles- That's what I'm saying. People would be excited to see Knuckles, and they
Knuckles,
were.
bro.
That junk was hype as
Nah,
crap.
bro,
But
don't
I
mess with the
don't-
Amy fans, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm sorry, bro. A part was like,
Dude, these Amy fans are gonna be over you guys. Like, they're gonna jump you. Like, you're gonna walk around a corner. There's an Amy fan gonna be standing here with a replica of her hammer, be like, ah, you know.
apart from like,
Alright, hang on.
apart from
Exactly.
Yeah.
Apart from the collection of people on Twitter, I don't think anyone's gonna really be losing their mind over Amy Rose. And
I think people
Yeah, I
think-
totally see that.
I think
I'd say 3 feet, because that's Sonic's height, 3'3".
Shit,
No. Listen,
I think
Get
people
out!
think-
If
people
they
think
introduce
that
Amy-
they're gonna do a what is it? A Marvel versus not Marvel versus Capcom. What is it? They're gonna do a Spider-Man No Way Home thing where they hide like the what did you say? Marvel versus Capcom.
Interesting comparison.
What I meant to say was they're trying to do a Spider-Man No Way Home thing where they hide like the big characters until like the actual movie comes out.
I totally see that.
But I don't think
But why would they do that with Amy though? Like she's not, like they were saying earlier, she's not that popular of a character, so there'd be no reason to do that, right? Or not as pop. You know what I mean by that. Shadow's just way bigger, and they've already revealed him, right? So why would they just not reveal Amy already? Unless she's in a post-credit scene, then I could totally see that.
they're gonna do that shit.
That's the thing.
Amy's not that big of a character. Everyone just knows her as Pink Sonic.
Oh no, you guys are just grilling her either way. I was trying to be nice to Amy, but y'all are just gonna grill her either way. Okay.
What drives me is that like people are like saying we need these more characters. Like I've been seeing stuff online saying like we need
I'm
Metal
sorry,
Sonic
bro.
and Rouge and Amy. I see this. It's like no.
Okay, but they could cook with Metal Sonic though. Like if they did that for movie 4 or even 5, I would take. If we even go that far, they would cook so hard with that. With the movie team, they do awesome.
We have enough. Like don't we have enough?
That's the
Like
thing.
I've said
It's like
this
here's
before.
the thing.
But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this. I don't want any more characters. We don't need a surprise Metal Sonic plot twist villain. Shadow
Yeah, it's
and
true.
Sonic rivalry is plenty in this film, and
The
there's
thing
so
is-
much that they're doing with this movie for like it being Sonic Adventure 2. There is so much that they're doing, like Gerald Robotnik being alive and whatnot. Like there's again, like I said, there's so much that already is going.
When
on
did you
we
say
don't
that,
even know
Bryson?
about. We don't need anything else. What we have is plenty. I rest my case.
I was gonna say, people. I don't think Sonic fans understand what makes a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not just Sonic fans.
Oh, we don't like whatsoever. I don't think any dedicated fan base realizes what makes a movie good, like whatsoever. Like remember the Mario movie? I grilled that movie. I thought that movie sucked, dude. But everyone was grilling me. Everyone's grilling me for that take. But it's objectively it's objectively not a good film, right? But all the stupid little 5-year-olds and Mario fans, stupid Mario fans specifically, not to say that anyone in the Mario fan base is stupid, but you know what I mean. They try to be like, no, it's the best movie ever. You're wrong. It's stupid, right? But I think just us as dedicated fans are so blindsided by seeing our favorite characters on screen that we don't realize the flaws. We don't see them. We can't analyze and determine them. That's why, like, Ellis Mark and Speed Supersonic were getting grilled for saying that Sonic Movie 2 didn't live up to expectations, you know? And I can kind of see that. I can definitely see that. But I'm going to end that there because I cannot talk for the rest of the time.
It's not just how many colorful characters you're a fan of are in it.
Let me break
Neil
it down.
Mouse.
Let me break it down. And
You
I'm
know,
not
hey,
gonna
before you
dance. Hold on.
before you get started, I was just gonna say it's not just Sonic fans saying this; it's casual movie fans
Yep.
as well, like that know
Okay,
Sonic,
okay.
but it's
Then-
movie
then-
fans
then
in general.
people-
Well, I wouldn't say movie fans. Like almost everyone's a movie fan, but I'd say them people who are more versed in the franchises that they are going to go see. I could definitely make a case for that. I wouldn't say general movie viewers, but you know
Are
They're
unaware
familiar
of
with the
Sonic.
series.
Let me
Yeah.
break it down. Bro.
what I just said. I need to stop talking.
Do you guys remember how when the movie came out, everyone was praising, like loving how Knuckles came out, but a lot of people were saying how Tails was underdeveloped.
Yeah.
And yes. Because in order
exactly.
to flesh out
Absolutely.
Knuckles, they
They
had
had
to
to-
delegate almost all the time to him, and they left
Because,
out Tails,
yeah.
and people were upset. So now we want Shadow. Shadow's such a fragile character.
That character requires so much development. It's
Yeah.
unreal. He has a lot
Yep.
of setting up to do.
Yep, so much.
You can't just
So
throw
much.
Shadow in there. There's a lot. You gotta set up.
Exactly. Just have an alien
There's a
there as
lot
well.
to set up. So you gotta. There's like a good 20 minutes of screen time just to giving him a good explanation for doing anything.
And
Exactly.
people are saying, when we got such a character, and after these same people complained about Tails not getting enough time in the movie, now people are saying, well, actually, we need Amy, Metal Sonic, and random ass Sonic character that no one cares about.
Yeah.
Being the Dynamite Banger Edition.
Bro, what if
I'm
we
sorry,
get-
we're part of the polar bear. Honestly, a Beat the Dynamite cameo would honestly be like, I can't lie, that would
Bro,
actually be
what if
better.
we get Yellow Sonic? Bro, what if we get Yellow Sonic from Sega Sonic Bros?
Yellow Sonic, bro. What?
Yellow Sonic? That'd be crazy.
It's not Yellow Sonic, bro.
Red Sonic, bro. What if we get freaking
Isn't that just
Knuckles.
Sega Sonic?
Bro, that's not
Yeah.
Ray and Mighty, bro. That's Yellow Sonic and
Yellow Sonic, bro.
my mistake, original gangster?
Yellow Sonic and Red Sonic, bro. What you know about Yellow
That's
Sonic?
what I'm saying, bro.
I know nothing about it.
What was that?
Bro, what are we doing, bro?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Alright,
What are
here's
we
the thing,
doing
though.
here?
Okay, here's my thing about it, right? There's such thing as Spider-Man 3 syndrome, if you
Yes.
will.
Oh, I understand
Yep.
exactly where this is coming from.
Yep.
I understand what you're saying.
If anybody has
What's
seen
good, Chris?
Spider-Man 3, you can glaze it all you want, but that
I'm
movie
glazing
was
it, it's
all
hard.
that movie. Was
Green
all
Bird from
over
Sonic
the
Boom.
place.
I don't.
All
Bryson, you have no idea what you're talking about. No, you're good.
Movie 3 will fall into that.
We are 35 minutes into a 46-minute podcast. No, you're not late. Don't worry.
There's
But-
one.
Yeah, but you want to avoid
Okay,
that.
but if they decide to introduce Amy, Rouge, Metal
Which they're not.
Sonic, which they're
they're
not,
not,
obviously not. But if
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, Bryson, you got that wrong. No, your facts. We need the green bird from Sonic Boom to rode the hoverboard. That rode the hoverboard for real. Yeah, no, I think you got a couple things mixed up there, Bryson.
for the case, then that would be a problem because
I'm
the
just
movie
gonna-
would need
You
to be
can't, you
the
can't
movie would
focus on
what,
that
the movie
many
would need to be
things.
3 hours long to fit
Just
all
about,
of that
yeah,
in
it's not
maybe.
bad.
No,
And then it no longer becomes.
I know exactly what Bryson's doing, and I'll probably be right about it, but he's referring to Jet. He just doesn't know where he's from, and I'm not gonna tell you either. So
Like a family film, it now just becomes some like flipping Sonic Twitter drug movie, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
bro.
it's not even
real.
like an actual film. Like, who's gonna want to watch that, bro? Like, that's
I
too
feel
long,
like-
bro.
I feel like- I don't know-
This
I don't
story
know
is
if
not serious enough to be demanding 3 hours of my
I
life.
feel like,
bro.
and then somebody again go back to Spider-Man. No Way Home. Feel like, oh, we have.
all right, see you, Needle Mouse.
Oh, the
been
difference
fun.
is those characters already
Totally, man.
adapted in the movie. You
We're gonna react to the next one too.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
And you know what the
Yes.
big thing is?
See ya.
They've already been set up. They already
They've
have
already been
stories
set
they've
up.
been told. They already,
Yes.
you know their origin already. If you
And
don't,
people like-
then you can just
and
go
people-
watch those
and-
films.
and
They
the
have
people-
dedicated movies, so it
Thanks,
makes
Needle
sense.
Mouse.
The whole thing, the whole
Bye.
I think that the greatest thing they could honestly do is have Sonic and Shadow fight, have the awesome scenes where the two of them fight,
Mhm.
but have Gerald Robotnik as the main villain, because
I mean, that'd
not
be
only
good.
is he a
That's-
lot,
You were wrong though, because there is no green bird in Sonic Boom. You were wrong though.
It's
he's
obvious.
alive,
That's he's
and
gonna be.
he hates everyone for killing Maria, his only granddaughter.
Mhm.
He's gonna hate everyone, and he's gonna try and use Shadow to kill everyone.
Well, yeah, but Bryson, he's not from Sonic Boom. I'm gonna let you figure it out where he's from by just looking it up on Wikipedia. But that's not where he's not from Sonic Boom.
Shadow is the
Dad
weapon.
Would be peak. I'm sorry. That would
okay.
be just
Guys, that would be so peak, but
Well,
here's the issue we run into, bro. And the Shaggy Flash. Like, oh yeah, guys, such an intimidating villain, bro.
I think it's a
front. That's probably. I think it's a front.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have to acknowledge the fact that Gerald is crazy. This man This man was writing so much math on his prison walls right before he got popped in the head. Like, we have to acknowledge that this man is crazy. He built an arc. He built a death laser, literally capable of destroying oncoming threats like asteroids or alien invasion, stuff like that. So, are we not willing to say that he's not crazy enough to do all of that, you know?
but they're trying to make him seem like, oh, well, he's not gonna be a villain. He's gonna be
He's
helping
just
it.
Jim
To the
Carrey,
dumb
but
kids.
older.
Yeah, to the dumb
And you
kids.
know what?
Here's
Here's the thing. Honestly, I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh no, they're not going to take Gerald seriously." But here's the thing: I actually really like
It's gonna be a bait and
about
switch.
him being a little bit unserious in that trailer, bro. Because
Yeah,
like,
not serious.
I'm sorry, bro. Ain't nobody know who Gerald is, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Well,
I've seen like a
here's the thing
ton of
about that,
reactions, bro, and everyone's like,
Yeah,
"Is
who's
like,
this?
what? Eggman has a dad?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Who is this?"
It's so silly because you have to look at it from a non-Sonic fan's perspective. It's Eggman's grandfather. Yeah, I get so frustrated whenever I see someone call him Eggman's dad. Like even someone like Dan O'Draws said Eggman's dad. Like it just gets frustrating after a little bit, but you have to realize that they don't know as much about the franchise as you do. So yeah.
Dude,
Again,
that's the thing.
people
It's
have
like,
to
I'm sorry, bro.
remember-
It is a Sonic brain rot thing to just kind of assume that everyone kind of knows who Gerald
Yeah,
is. Like,
yeah.
ain't
I
nobody
think-
know about Gerald, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
People
Well,
forget
honestly,
that
That's the thing. It's like,
honestly,
so
make
them just
Here's the
playing
thing.
it off as like, whoa, it's Jim Carrey talking to Jim Carrey. Look at how funny that is.
Whoa, look how.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
Like, all the adults will actually find that
They
funny.
can-
But that's kind of
they can-
that's kind of baller though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
They
It's a
can
good
make him
strategy.
serious though.
It's a
They
good
can.
strategy.
They can.
Oh
they
yeah,
can,
absolutely.
for
But
sure.
I'm saying I'm glad that they're actually it's presentable. Like
Yeah, it's gonna be
a
like,
non-Sonic
fun,
fan
goofy-
can see
fun,
that and be
goofy
like, oh
other
my
Jim
goodness.
Carrey
I was like, yeah, I love Jim Carrey. Look at how fun this is gonna be so funny. You know what I mean? Like that's just something that I think people would be
Yeah.
drawn towards, not
Exactly.
you know.
I
And
mean,
I
it's
think
gonna be
that little
funny
scene
as
in the
hell,
trailer
but-
that was probably
But us
the
Sonic
best
fans
thing
know
to
when the plot twist will come into play. Like we'll know when Gerald
Yes.
will actually like show
Also-
his true colors.
Yeah, when he'll
I think a big thing that people have a problem with the movie is like, oh, I was hoping this was gonna be a 1-to-1 thing to Sonic Adventure 2. No, because
No,
it's-
bro, that's I'm
it's
sorry,
not
that's
gonna
not
work.
happening.
that game, that
No,
game's
bro.
story. I love that game's story, but that game's story does
No,
not work
bro.
as a movie, bro.
It
Like,
does
yeah, bro.
not.
Yeah.
There's gameplay in there, bro.
Even as
Yes.
someone,
It's
who- even as
fundamentally a
someone
video
who-
game story.
Like you can have
Yeah,
similar, like you can have similar plot beats and stuff. But I think what they're gonna do, what I really think is gonna happen, is that the main premise, right? You have Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Shadow, the Arc, and Gerald, but the things that happen are gonna be different. My only thing.
This is not yeah, it's an adaptation. It's not
If y'all remember
a
the Child
direct
Garden, right? If they don't
retelling.
play if they don't play the Child Garden music, I'm gonna be pissed off.
It's gonna be
right?
so funny because on the recording he's
Right.
gonna be talking just fine. He's gonna be like, why?
Yeah.
Why is there?
You're just gonna mute us. You're just gonna mute us.
Can I fit? Wait, can I say
Cut
my
us
piece?
out.
Can I say my piece? So the one thing is, if the Child Garden they don't play like the Child Garden music from the games, I'm gonna be pissed off. And two, I really hope that the
That'll be in there.
Final-
That,
I hope that Final Rush is in the movie somehow.
Oh,
Like, maybe
that'd be
it-
so gas.
Bro, because the arc is there. The arc is there. The
Yep.
Final Rush, bro, please, bro.
Bro, if they listen, bro, can you imagine? Can you just? I know this is not gonna happen, and this is me just like going. It's like this is not. Gonna,
It'll probably still wait no, because we've already seen that the gun is there when he wakes up. So yeah, gun's already there when Shadow wakes up. So yeah, on Prison Island. So I could totally see him doing that. I think it's gonna be Gun who wakes him up this time. It's not gonna be Eggman because they found the black site, and then Shadow just wakes up by himself. Especially seen in the Sonic 2 post-credit scene, and now in the trailer for the Sonic movie 3. Shadow doesn't get waken up by anyone. He just wakes up, from what we can tell.
happen,
Spit the copium
But
out,
can
bro.
you-
What are you asking for?
Imagine where like they get on the arc, and then Sonic's like, and Sonic's like, I have to quickly deactivate the arc or something like that. And then you have a scene where he jumps, and then the fucking Final Rush riff starts playing, and he starts running.
Don't get our hopes up. Don't
Don't
That
get
would
me
be
cold.
Needle Mouse. Don't get our hopes up. Please do not get our hopes up. That is pure Sonic copium, bro. People said in the CinemaCon. Well, yeah, but things can change from trailer to trailer. We have no idea if what that was like actually confirmed to be real. Because plot details, like little things like that, can change from thing to thing. But maybe we'll never know. We'll never know. Right now, we don't know. Because maybe they can change something from the trailer and just add it back in, like Agent Stone waking Shadow up.
that would be cool, but I mean, Junkie XL It's Junkie XL.
Fuck Junkie XL.
Yeah, that got so bad.
The
Oh my
only good
goodness.
piece of music Junkie XL has ever made was the Wonder Woman theme from Batman vs Superman and the Deadpool Maximum Effort theme. That's the
Yep.
only good piece of
You
music.
actually are so fucking, bro. Because like that's the thing. It's not even that he's necessarily a bad music composer, bro. But why do you have him on a video game movie when he does not like video game music? That is not who you pick. Put him on any other movie. Hire him for anything else, please. But he is like,
People have made
voiced
the
the
Mario movie
opinion,
OST.
Yeah, for real.
The Mario movie soundtrack. That soundtrack is amazing.
I think that was Illumination's like orchestra themselves or band or I think that was Illumination themselves who did the music, like their own music company.
That is a I think there was a little too much there in some places, but I thought it was a little too much, dude. There needs to be some.
No. Levels,
Yeah, there needs to be some normal,
I mean,
like,
end of level, whatever that
average
is,
movie
it's-
music in there.
That was awesome.
Oh, of course.
It was great
Another
stuff,
big
but I feel like there was a
another
little too
big
many
thing-
references sometimes.
But another big
Yeah.
thing, like shout out to the Mario movie. I think the Mario movie put pressure on them. Like if they don't have video game music, it's gonna be a bad look for them. I think the Mario movie put pressure on them to actually shut down. No, because people are gonna look at that like people
Right,
if they don't do it, people
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
why did
I see what
Mario
you're
movie
saying.
did this? Why can Sonic do this after 3 movies? Right? I think that put a lot of pressure on them. I mean, if they don't do it, that's actually stupid, right?
Yeah,
But
at least we
if
know
they-
like
Just
live and
saying,
learn.
you're getting live and learn, and that's it, bro.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, bro.
You're getting live and learn, and that's
I'm
about
sorry,
it.
bro. You're not gonna enter the near the end of the movie and just like that's not happening, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to
Can
be
you
so
guys,
wrong, bro.
that's what I'm saying. I know it's not.
And they say Eggman would work for him, yeah.
Imagine just for a moment.
I will say I would like
Awesome.
Final
Right.
Rush to be present, not
I've
just like,
imagined
not
it
like
more
the
times
stage
than you can
environment.
count.
But here's the thing: I don't think they can do that, unfortunately, because here's the thing: the arc is still big, but it's not that big. Like he really can't
no,
do
isn't
that
Final,
huge
isn't
scale
Final Rush
environment.
like
Because yes, it
No,
is like
isn't
the
Final
size
Rush
of a
like
large
hanging
bridge. It's still big, but like you can't have. I don't
No,
think
isn't-
you can do
no,
that
that's the thing
very
though.
well.
Final Rush is a very vertical thing. It's
Oh,
not-
it is the
it's
21st.
not attached
It's the
to
21st
it's
night of
attached to-
September. Love is changing the minds of Nintendos while chasing the clouds away. Sonic Ring. I want you here.
under.
All right, 3 more minutes left.
That's true. That is true.
It's not really. It's. And also, we've seen like
Official
a small
3-night
scale
countdown.
of what it could look
Yep.
like. The
Okay.
thing is, the reason
I'll
they
get
do
on that
Sonic
after
is
stream.
It's a video game, right? They just have to,
Well,
it's a
of
video game,
course.
but they can 100% design
Bryson, I think you're just coping because you don't remember the character's name or where he comes from. And I literally said it earlier too, Jet the Hawk. And that's the only thing I'm going to give you. But I think you're just coping because you can't remember. You're just not built like that. Then who are you thinking of then? Because you should have been able to figure it out from that. So I don't know what to tell you.
a Final Rush or something like that as a movie thing, because it makes like even narratively it makes sense why it would be there. Like it's like let's say they do like General Robotnik thinks he's
Bryson, we can
Sonic,
talk
he's
after
actually
stream.
alive. And Sonic's like, oh, I have to disable the art. Shadow's like, oh shit, and then like they're chasing each other. Like it's gonna be Final Rush and Final Chase. I genuinely think that is something that could actually happen in the movie.
That's
Okay.
a perfect combination.
But, like-
Sonic's in the final rush and Shadow's in the final chase. Oh.
Oh.
What was that, bro?
We're getting it's Sonic fans. It's Sonic. That's not
Who's doing the goat noises, dude?
Sonic fans. That is Sonic fans in the wild getting excited.
That's just not gonna happen.
Come
Yeah,
on.
no. Still, though,
Of
here's
course.
the thing. I still think movie 3 is going to be good. Sonic
Yes, they are.
Shadow Generations is going to be great. With that being said, everybody, thank
What about
you
Sonic
all for
Rumble?
tuning in
What about
to
Sonic
the
Rumble?
first episode. Benji is
What about
freaking
Sonic?
out. But-
What about Sonic Rumble? What about Sonic Rumble?
What about Sonic Rumble? What about Sonic Rumble?
Okay, wait, hold on, wait. Before you wrap up, can I say one thing?
No. G-Dub, you don't even gotta talk about Sonic Rumble. Sonic Rumble's coming out in winter. We don't know when.
Bro, hold on, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Like,
It
bro,
could,
Fall
like,
Guys,
delay
but Sonic, and it's kind of slow, but it's really fun. Sonic Rumble.
Yes.
is such a fun.
Anyway.
What about the Sonic?
Oh my
what
god,
Sonic
shut the
Rumble
fuck up,
song?
bro.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Give up the Sonic Funko
We're just gonna make a separate.
Did you just say Sonic Funko Pops?
What about the Sonic Pillow Pet, bro? Come on.
The Sonic what?
Yes, the Sonic Pillow Pet, bro. Yes, bro. The Sonic Pillow Pet.
Y'all see that new not Team Sonic Racing, the new Sonic Racing update that came out today,
Bro, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
bro. What do you mean,
Yeah,
bro?
what the fuck?
DJ
Wait, that
Vector,
happened?
bro.
Wait, that
DJ
happened?
Vector. They added DJ Vector to the Apple Arcade Sonic Racing, bro.
Now.
Bro, because it's DJ Vector, bro.
Yeah, DJ Vector, bro.
DJ Vector. Alright.
He's just goaded like that.
No, seriously.
Hope y'all have a good
Yeah.
day. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more bullshit. Bye.
Subscribe to these
See y'all.
guys' channels because they make funny content.
No, we don't. Shut the fuck up. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. I love that. Bro. That was awesome. If anyone from the Starfall Radio cast is still here, yeah, I think I'll end stream here. But if anyone from the Starfall Radio cast is here, that was awesome. There were a couple things that you could switch up just a little bit, but I think it's genuinely amazing what you guys just did there. I'd love to be on. But you know, no schedule on this one. We're gonna record episodes when we feel like it. Okay. So it might not be current whenever I try to watch these episodes, but you know, we'll try to get around to it. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to talk about today. Starfall Radio, final thoughts? That first episode was crazy. I can't wait for the next one, whenever that comes, right? And I'd love to be on. I know two people. Technically three-ish. Three-ish. GW used to follow me on Twitter. But, I know two people in there. I could get hooked up. Got a special guest star. That'd go crazy. I just need to hop on Discord, though. I need to figure that out before we did anything like that. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for showing up to the live stream and the first episode of the Starfall Radio. I will be streaming every other episode because that was just so much fun. And I'll see you all in the next video, assumedly coming tomorrow or within the next couple of days. Bye.